Okay, I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how to use the scene system. Share it with some folks. This scene system v2, pretty cool tool. I'm going to bring it in from an expand instead of an additive load. And I will bring in just the things that we need. The first one will be the shrinker, just to show how it works. And then on a different spot of the table, I'm going to bring in the chest system. Okay, then I will create a zone, and I actually already got a zone, but let's just create a zone. So if I was creating a brand new zone, I'll go to the zone tool and then scripting, and then I'm just gonna make this zone. Okay, and then I'm going to click it to copy the GUID. And then what I'm going to do is go back to the grabber and take that copy GUID and paste it here. So now the shrinker knows to be working with the zone that I just created. And let's actually move real fast. I'm going to leave it there for now. So from here, I can start to work with the shrinker, and then I'm going to move everything from the shrinker into this chest, but to show you just both of the functions. I'm going to take some objects that I have saved, nice little blaster turret, a barrel, and a blue container. These, I think I did actually purchase the turret, but the container and the barrel came from different workshops. So what I'm going to do is these are inside this zone that I created earlier. The zone that I copied the GUID and put it into the description here. So now if I read in the shrinker, it's reading what's happening here, and I'm going to actually shrink everything. See, it moved it into this. Well, the problem, I didn't lock these objects, so when I unshrink it, it's going to unshrink it right here. So what you want to make sure you do is lock the objects in the place you want them, so that when you read and shrink and then unshrink, it puts them back into the zone that we created earlier. So that's shrinker, right? And you could do some of the things that I'm about to do with layers on the shrinker tool, but I'm going to take this little scene that I've created, I'm going to put it in the chest over here, and I'm going to work the layers in the chest just because I like the portability of the chests. So what I need to do is transfer this zone, this assets, over to this chest. And in order to do that, I need to get the scripting ID for the chest. I'm going to get it, copy it to the clipboard, bring it over here, and I'm going to paste it in. So now I've got, the assets are still on the zone area, so I'm going to transfer them over. And it says that they're scene information transferred to 511126. That means instead of being in this shrinker tool, now this whole zone and everything I've done is here. So if I read the scene and then, I'll get over there so you can see it. I'm going to read the scene, and then I'm going to take all those things. See, it took it out of that zone and into the chest, and I could send it back, and now it's back. So now I'm going to work on this chest. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. So the chest, actually, I'm going to leave it back there. The chest has layer tools, just like the shrinker does, but I've transferred everything over here now. So let's show the layer tools. And the way I've used the layer tools, and I'm just going to use the visibility and adding things to layers right now. There are other functions, but I'm not going to go into them right now. Let's say this is a dungeon crawl, and this represents the first leg of the dungeon, and this represents the second leg of the dungeon, and then the turret is the third leg of the dungeon, just the further they crawl. Well, I want this to be in scene 1, so I'm going to press the layer 1, so I'm going to press the 1 button. See, it made it blue a little bit. So that now is part of layer 1. And I want the barrel to be in layer 2. So I'm pressing the plus button for layer 2. And then I want the turret to be layer 3. So now I could still just as easily read, get everything, and then send it back, right? But I can also turn off layers. So now if whenever people come to the table and I only want to be showing the first leg of the dungeon crawl, let's say this thing is that's what they see first. Then they've traveled further and I'm going to toggle visibility. Now they're seeing the second leg of the tunnel. And then the third is the turret. Of course, the surprise at the end. If I want to add more objects to a layer, I can. Let's say I want to add this bed into the third layer, so that not only is there a turret at the end, there's also a bed. Right click on it and then add it to layer 3. So it turned blue fast. Now I can turn and it brings them both away. See that? Now we'll put them both back. And if I wanted to add, if I wanted to bring in an army jeep, it's locked. I'm going to add army jeep to layer 2. So it turns it off, and it took the barrel and the army jeep because those are both in layer 2. But let's say I don't want the barrel there anymore. Right click on it and then remove it from the layer. Now, whenever I turn 2 off, only the jeep goes, but the barrel stays. Very simple layering. And that's really it. So I'm gonna read the assets, get everything off the table, and then actually you can save that chest, and it has everything there for you. You can bring it back. If you bring it into another table, you have to rezone things. Basically point these assets back to a zone that's on your table. But I'm not going to go over to that. This is just basically you've created a zone, used the shrinker, transferred things from the shrinker over into the chest, and then just playing around in the chest. And you can do layers upon layers, and that's it. If anybody has any questions, comment me or check us out in the Heroes Discord. I'll add the thread for that as well in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps. Take care.